Welcome back to the Old Bull and Young Calf Boston Sports Podcast. We're with my dad Steve and Ron, right? That's Ron.
Yeah,
Should have confirmed the name.
that's right.
That's and we sort of front runners here, right? Because we went into hiding, some depression, some busyness, but we're
Yeah,
back.
think some.
What?
Well, well, they were winning while we put the show on pause. We didn't want to jinx them. Hello.
Yeah,
Good point.
life got busy, but luckily we got a nice 8 p.m. bet football game. The dominoes fell. Everything's good. The Patriots are into the next round. Drake May gets his first playoff win. Complete turnaround. And 1 year, we were looking at tanking. How do you feel, Dad? What are your thoughts? I gotta let my dog outside. Let's go.
Well,
Hey, you're up.
clearly, I brought my little sidekick just to show off my superior beard. Okay, and
Whoa, superior. Really?
no, I feel like mine's it's elite. Yours is like very amateurish. Okay, mine's a
I don't
shopper.
think so. And
Yours is scruffy. It's scruffy. So anyway,
Let's see the scruff.
I owe
Nice.
the Patriots and Mike Vrabel an apology. I owe him an apology, and it's because I was so hard on the defense for the first half. I was very, very pissed, very irritated that our defense was not generating regular pass rush against their garbage Chargers offensive line. But you look up and they've scored 3 points, and I'm like, it's halftime and they've scored 3 points. And the Drake May's bad interception is what gave them the 3 points. So
offense gave him 3 points.
I mean offense, yes sir.
Offense gave him 3 points.
I owe Mike Vrabel and the defense an apology because I was, as you can tell, sipping on a beer or two, and I was very angry. But oh my goodness,
So wait,
boy, what a great job on the defense! Hopefully, Christian Gonzalez. That's like the only down thing about today.
listen.
God,
Let's not talk about down things.
Stay healthy.
Let's not talk about down things. May, great season,
Okay.
not a great game. He did have a great half.
Exactly.
The defense was huge tonight. You're right, Patrick Ryan. Hey, we got David Grigagali. I don't want to mess up the last name. Vrabel should send the Chargers O-line
yes.
Fruit baskets. Dude, that offense, the amount of pressure. And Milton Williams, right? He treated that center like a child. Just brushed him to the side, said, listen, I'm on my way to earn my contract.
Thank you.
Ron, what
My
do
buddy
you got?
a Redskins fan, so he's probably a little salty that May is getting a little closer to Jaden Daniels because we had a discussion earlier
A little bit.
that, May's not where Daniels is because Daniels did get to the NFC Championship, so I respect that. So, Dave Grigitis is a little salty. That's absolutely fine.
Hey, Ron, Ron, are you a Patriots fan?
So
Absolutely.
I grew up a Patriots fan. I moved here 20 years ago. Still a Patriots fan. I told Steve I thought that Drake May playing in his first playoff game was, let's see how he does. He's playing in his first game in the playoffs. It's a difference. And I feel like the first 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters, he played like his first playoff game. I mean, there were some throws into places shouldn't have been. There were some bad throws. I mean, he had some good runs and everything. But do you realize? I don't even think you realize. He ended up with 17 for 29, 268.
That's surprising.
He threw for 268.
Yeah.
He was in the first 2.5 quarters. I think he threw for like 95 yards.
Yeah,
he was not great.
He finished the game, I think 11 for 14, 173 and a touchdown. We got. I think you got Dave because he's laughing. So I think you read him like a book. So Dave,
yes, exactly.
Dave sent some emojis. Campbell did have a bad game. Listen,
he was not good.
John
Sasso, you were absolutely right. Campbell struggled.
Nope.
Yeah,
John, you're right. And I think one thing that's important to remember is like in the league, I think we played the 4th most rookies in the entire league. And the 3 teams below us are drafted in like the top 5 this year, right? So lot of these guys.
Greg Wilson struggled too at left guard.
Jared Wilson, Will Campbell, that left side of the line was letting us down.
Yeah.
I mean, Henderson kept running in the blocks. He did have a huge block, pass block on the Henry TD, that guy's gonna be feeling that for like 3 weeks. That helmet to the knee, and we got Pete. So luckily we're gonna have some positivity. I'm not even gonna read it yet. Pete's gonna bring us some sunshine and rainbows. Turnovers were terrible. We were lucky to win. The O-line wasn't good.
Good old salty Pete. But my dream, for those of you who like are friends with me on Facebook and you saw my post earlier, my dream of May coming out and just dominating, being the killer, and being like, because if he did that to me in his first postseason game, that's the next Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so the moment wasn't too big for him, but it was definitely, he was rattled. That was not the Drake May we're used to seeing. And I understand the Chargers do have maybe the best defense we went up against this year, but he was rattled. But that's okay. He got his first victory playoff win under his belt. Hopefully next week against Houston or Pittsburgh, he looks more comfortable and he looks more smooth, and we can build off this. But man, if May came out and dominated, you talk about like really being able to celebrate. That's okay.
It's all right. Stop being negative. Pete comes in here. You're like, oh man. So listen, you're gonna have to read this one from Ramona. Can you read Ramona's?
Ramona, my favorite fan. Read it, Matt. Oh yeah.
We're enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
You read it, Dad. You read it.
Let's effing go. I don't have a potty mouth like Ramona. Okay, I'm very rated G. Come on, boys. Let's enjoy this win. I'm glad we can sit back and nitpick, but one thing is for sure, that defense was on fire.
We're not nitpicking.
We're not. I feel so bad I was on the defense because
we're not nitpicking.
We were not getting pressure at the beginning, and I was so salty about that. So, Matt, in looking back, I apologize to the football gods. I apologize to Vrabel, and I apologize to the Patriots defense. You guys did your damn job.
Defense,
literally
goose egg.
Yeah,
zero.
Nothing.
They
didn't because May gave them the 3 points.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Is Dave trying to jinx us here? Is he like already putting us in the AFC champ, putting some bad voodoo on us?
He's going for that malarkey, Dave. Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to jinx us.
I got to get that off the screen.
Definitely make it.
Yeah.
Definitely make it.
But, I mean, what a
cheap ass bricks.
May
Red Sox. What is that?
Yeah, no, get out of here. Like, clearly May was a little rattled at the moment, but oh my God, did everybody else step up who wasn't a rookie? I mean, Booty was awesome.
Yep.
Booty was awesome. Hunter Henry finally showed up in the second half. Like, where is he?
Yeah.
The Chargers struggle against tight ends, and I was like, where the heck is Henry? He showed up in the second half. In the defense, oh man, the defense was great. It was just my own, like, again, I don't want to be Josh McDaniels. At some point, Vrabel's going to get in his ear and go, dude, get under center and either run power formations, runs up the middle, or play action. There was way too much shotgun for my liking. And eventually we came around and got 16 points, but I feel like we could have got to 20-something points a lot sooner if we were under center.
Yeah. And we got some positivity from Pete. Williams has been worth the money. You know, Kraft hates to spend money. And
that's not from Pete. That's a hacker. It's a hacker. I know. Don't believe that message for a second. No way.
I mean, seriously, Milton Williams, everyone was giving us a really hard time towards the end when we had those rough games. When we lost to the Bills, we didn't have Milton Williams. Milton Williams might be the best player on this team. Like he's in contention.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He earned that. Like he's done that many times this season. When the moment gets big, Milton Williams gets pressure up the middle. That's what he does. Oh, that was awesome.
Who sealed the game week 2 against the Dolphins?
Milton Williams.
Down and short.
Milton Williams
with the big sack. Game over. Finisher. Closer. Get that man some coffee. Coffees for closures. Oh, wait. Oh.
Coffee's for closers.
Coffee is for closers. Yes.
Listen.
Not closers.
We got
closers. Yes, Mike. Absolutely.
Yep.
May made plays when he needed for the most part. His throw to Henry was pretty. I mean,
that was a great throw.
Great touch. I mean, so you were nitpicking Josh McDaniels with the shotgun and everything, but he schemed a lot of our guys wide open. Like there was a lot of times when you could tell the defense had to make a choice. Who do I want to leave wide open, Henry or Booty? right? There was one guy between the two of them, and Drake May was making those throws. You guys are nuts. The second half was a massacre. Kraft doesn't hate to spend money. For some reason, he trusted Bill Belichick to draft players. Listen,
hey, don't make me block you, report you, delete you. Don't make me do all that. Okay. You just focus on your little Redskins and your Jaden Daniels. Okay. This is a solid win from top to bottom in the, so the Old Bowl is willing to take a loss on this one from my cheering tactics earlier. I mean, what a game. Yeah, Drake May, like, I am so excited to see him in the next week. Whoever he plays, he's got this out of his belt. I mean, if he was like a stone cold killer in this one, like holy cow! Like,
yeah. In the second half,
he's got it out of his system. He's got it out of his, like you said, Matt. Second half, he was awesome. So if he comes out against Pittsburgh and Houston firing, man, are we on to something?
In the second half, for the most part, he pretty much stepped on the neck. He finished him. He swept the leg. Steve, I'm on his side. I think that's what Dave was trying to say. No,
yeah.
I mean, major game. The Bills won, so now we get a win-win, right? Now we can talk about the next round a little bit, right? So the Bills are going to Denver. If the Bills win, they got to come to our house, and
yes, they do.
Like it's like, and if the Broncos win, we now have Josh Allen out of the picture, and we have a Denver Broncos team who has Bo Nix at the quarterback, right? So, I'm really excited. Like, this was a great weekend. Luckily, we probably got the most boring game. Would you guys say out of the weekend so far?
I would say so. I mean, it didn't get good until like midway through the third quarter. But I tell you what, I watched that entire Broncos versus their last game of the year, and when they benched everybody and they played their subs. In the Chargers, let me tell you, I'm sorry. The Chargers benched everyone. The Broncos played their starters because they didn't want to lose the number 1 seed. And the Broncos and Bo Nix struggled against the Chargers backups. They scored nothing but field goals. So if we can somehow, if we go to, I love our situation. If we're at home for the AFC Championship game against Buffalo, I like our chances there. If we have to go to Denver, I'm not crazy about that atmosphere, but I've seen enough of the Broncos where they're not legit. Bo Nix struggled so bad against the Chargers defense, like backups. Defensive backups. I like our chances. So
all right, and
either way, we get through next week. I think we could have a date in early February. Just saying.
Listen,
we could have it, and the Old Bull might have to be booking tickets to up north. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not saying I'm knocking on wood because I made a promise to my kids and my grandkids. I will be up there for any Boston championship.
So, listen, how about we give out some flowers, right? We talked about Milton Williams. We talked about Drake May. You mentioned some names. So, out of the people we haven't talked about, each of us will give kudos to somebody, okay? And I'll go first, so to give you time to think about it. Hopefully, I don't take it. I'm going to go with Borregales. So, his entire game was so clean. He had, like, every kick was right down the middle. And then, I think one of the underrated things that maybe a lot of fans weren't paying attention, almost every kickoff landed at the 1 yard line. Yeah. There was there was one where he landed at the 1 and we pinned him back at like the 18. He's a rookie, guys. That was a kicker draft pick, which is not ideal, but I would take that. I would take him in that same spot over and over if it guarantees to have this kid, because he was nails, and kickers in the playoffs can be really scary. A lot of young kickers screwed up. Like the Baltimore blew it. They lost their thing. I forget who else blew a kick this weekend that was really important. So Borregales is my guy. Before we do yours, we're gonna say Denver's D is way overrated. David, I love hearing that. Peter's gonna give his flowers to Gonzo, but he's soft. I know it sucked. He went out, but it was good to get reps for those second tier guys. So Ron, Ron, are you ready? Do you want to go?
You got any flowers?
Ready. I think flowers. It goes under the scope a little bit, but I think Stevenson. I mean, he had, if I'm looking 10 rushes, 53 yards. So that's what?
Very efficient.
3 yards. 5.3 yards a run.
Huge.
But hold on. But then throw in 3 receptions for 75 yards.
That's
Heck
And
yeah.
it goes to 25
Big.
yards a catch.
Yeah.
So when you put that running, I mean, you're averaging 5 yards a run, 25 yards a catch. That's my guy. I mean, Stevenson, which you go. I mean, think about him with the Pittsburgh game. He was almost cut.
It's
He was almost cut in the Pittsburgh Steelers game.
Run.
I wanted him cut.
Right?
2 hands.
Matt
Right?
wanted him cut.
I wanted him outta here.
I wanted him cut.
Yeah, but like
I was gonna
he
drive him
averaged
to the
like
airport.
Yeah, 5 yards a run, 25 yards a catch.
Yeah. Matt was
I
going to be
mean,
a fake Uber and
fantastic.
drive him to the airport.
Fantastic. That's my guy,
Absolutely.
Stevenson. Sorry.
Yeah, and
What
you
did
know
Henderson
he
get?
kept
Just look up those numbers.
Henderson.
I still think it's weird that
Running,
Henderson feels
right?
like he's getting more touches than Stevenson. I'm not
Yeah,
sure why
well,
that is.
Stevenson 10, Henderson 9. Stevenson
Okay.
53,
So it's
Henderson
close.
27.
Okay.
27.
So
So
That's
3 yards
fine.
an average.
my
Yeah.
flowers.
No, wait.
I
Time
don't
out,
know
time.
whether to
Wait,
give my
wait.
flowers to the defensive ends that I've been slamming
Yeah, it's
for
true.
the last few weeks
point.
or Harbaugh. Because coming into the
Harbaugh.
game,
Yeah.
the Chargers
Right?
run offense has been really good outside the tackles to outside. And I was really worried. If we had a show earlier, my biggest concern would have been Landry and Chase on setting the edge, containing, because it was awful against Baltimore. I don't count the last 2 games. They were scrubbed. And I was really worried about the Chargers rushing outside the tackles. And I'm drunk and I'm at the place. I'm not focusing on Landry and Chase on. So either they did a great job setting the edge and containing their running backs to make sure they don't run outside, or Harbaugh just decided we're not going to run out there. So it's either one of those two, because I thought that was going to be a big key, because we against the Ravens and Henry, we could not stop any runs at the tackle or out. So I'm going to assume it was Landry and Chase on. That's what I'm giving my flowers to.
So the Patriots has 6 sacks. 6 sacks.
6 sacks.
Chiazon had 2.
A lot of them came in the second half.
Williams had
4
2.
came in the second
Chiazon
half.
had 2.
Yes, absolutely.
Chiazon 2, Williams 2.
Yes. So
that's the big sacks.
The defense stepped up so big in the second half.
Especially in the second half.
Listen,
I feel really bad that I was kind of crapping on them in the first half.
Yeah, but they deserved it.
Yeah. They turned it on when we needed it. So Pete just said Justin Tucker. If Justin Tucker wasn't a pervert, he would be in the Baltimore would be in the playoffs. You're right, Pete. You are right. All right, Keith. Keith. What up, Keith? Good to see you.
I guess.
What a game.
If he wasn't,
we'll take it. Absolutely.
Keith, you got any shout outs?
You better hope May doesn't look comfy next game. If he looks comfy and he was a little route, if he looks comfy, comes out of the gate firing, NFL, man, 23 years old, MVP candidate, you guys are in trouble. Clearly, he was a little shaken by the playoff atmosphere and all that stuff.
The bootay.
The boot. Oh, the bootay. We're talking about that. We're looking for some bootay. He was awesome today. He was awesome.
Listen, every time he makes a big play, I have Alexa play booty, 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 rocking everywhere. The first like 10 seconds.
I love that.
Of course you do.
That is amazing.
At like max volume. That's my jam. Pete, Christian Ellis. This is a great call out. So Pete, I think what you're alluding to is the fact that Ramona said good night. Good night, Ramona.
Good.
So good.
Good night, Ramona. We love you. We absolutely love you, Ramona. Hopefully,
thank you for your time, Ramona.
We're like next week. We're super excited too, and you're on this show. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they talked about Christian Ellis spying on Herbert a lot. I know Herbert did have a good bit of runs.
Was awesome.
But
Ellis was awesome.
Good. That's a great under the weather I got. Kristen Ellis, I'm not the biggest fan of him. He was good. He was really good tonight. And I did say to Ron before the game started, a lot of people were like, Spillane should spy on Herbert. I go, actually, what did I say?
Ellis.
Kristen Ellis is faster.
Ellis. Yep.
That's who should be spying on him. And he's a hard hitter. And that I felt like I was justified on that one.
Yep.
The Chargers O-line was invisible.
Yes.
David, I mean, that's very true.
We knew about the Chargers O-line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
That's why I was upset with the Patriots defense in the first half, because I felt like why are we not generating any pressure on these guys? They're a bunch of literally like third string, fourth string, fifth string players, and their starters in the middle were not they graded so poor.
It showed in the second half.
It did, but
It
it
showed.
caught up to him. It did catch up
It
to
did
him.
catch up
Yes.
to him. Yep.
Never forget Elliot
goes
Wolf didn't want to
Salty
draft
Pete.
May. Fire Wolf.
Never
You know what?
forget
Fire,
I
fire
still
Elliot
want
Wolf.
Wolf.
Hey,
I still want Wolf
Fire
fired
Wolf.
when the season's
Fire
over. I
Wolf.
still do. I
I
do.
don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just
I don't
saying.
think it is
I
either.
don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know
No.
if you guys got this impression, but I was watching the Chargers' last couple of drives, and that was one of like the biggest master classes in just trying not to lose a game. Right? That game probably should have been over around 4.5 minutes, or the Chargers should have been down 1 score. They made no attempts down the field. Everything was in the middle of the field, about
great
4
point.
yards. 4 yards. I was like, as a
Yeah.
fan, if I was like what's it called? If I was like a Chargers fan, I'd be so pissed. It's like, guys, I don't want to lose this way. They lost in the most embarrassing, weak way you could lose.
They don't have the offensive line to be able to throw a ball past
But just
second 10 yards.
chuck it.
No, they
Chuck it.
don't. Their offensive line's decimated. And if Haber goes back and tries to throw a ball anywhere past 10, 15 yards, it's not happening. So he did. I give him credit. Haber was amazing.
He hung in there.
Like
He's not a choker.
He
He
slides
has nothing
through.
to work with.
But he
there.
slides through the
Yeah.
offensive line. He gains yards. But how many deep balls did he throw tonight?
Yeah.
How many?
That's
One?
a point
I mean,
I actually wanted
he
to touch
didn't
on
throw
earlier, but drunk Steve forgot. Is how do they not throw the ball downfield
No.
against a rookie Patriots safety and a veteran
They
who's
didn't have a
average
chance.
average
No chance.
Hawkins at best? And I understand you got Gonzalez, you got Davis, all that good stuff. But I was like, I wanted to bring that up that Harbaugh, like, at no point did Herbert throw the ball more
Deep.
than 20 yards
Nope,
downfield.
never throw deep.
And hey, I'll take that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was,
nobody.
but the defense, I mean, what are you going to do? The defense was incredible.
I
Yep.
listen. It's just one of those things where like it would have been great if they really like just go for a PI, like Pete said, right? Two deep balls, one was called a PI. I just feel like the Chargers could have lost more miraculously, but at least went down with a fighter's chance. I mean, even Collinsworth was calling it out. They kept subbing. They weren't like, you know,
that was so.
We didn't. We
what
didn't.
were
He
they
might be
doing?
losing his mind. Matt, that's a great point. Those interviews during the week, it felt, I don't want to be mean. It felt like Harbaugh almost has early onset dementia because when he was talking, it was very, very concerning. And then, like you said, Matt, like, what is his decision-making process here? It did not feel correct. And, like, you can't, when you're down 2 scores, you can't be doing subbing on offense where the ref's going to have to stop the play. And, like, no, you got to let the defense come on the field. It was very, very weird. It was.
So
I told you during the game, which is funny. He looked at times. He looked like not to get political at all. But he looked like Joe Biden. He was like,
Yeah.
did you
Yeah,
see some of the shots
He was
of
like,
him in the sidelines? He looked
Yeah.
like he was like frozen.
yeah.
and he kept like
Yeah.
waving his tongue around. His tongue was out of his mouth half the time. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
No, not
Yeah.
getting political, but he did look like
Yep.
Pete,
you're
Sleepy
right.
Joe.
Two deep balls, one was called the PI. Takes more than 2 seconds. I know it takes more than 2 seconds, guys. I know he was getting pressured, but like, okay, so there was like what? Like, I got to do the math. It was something like, for like five and a half minutes.
Though.
6
There was some
minutes.
shaky calls, but it was on both ends. I felt like the Patriots
it
went away with a
it
couple.
wasn't either way.
It wasn't lopsided, and you
It
know,
was bad call this way, bad call.
if the Patriots caught a lot of breaks, I would be the first one.
Yeah.
And I felt like
There's no
both
chance.
sides
No
got the
chance.
benefit of the referee's call. That's for sure.
There was a couple bad calls each way.
Yes.
So I mean, at this point, right? I'm looking at the drives. The last drive of the game for the Chargers. There's like 5.5 minutes left. You need 2 touchdowns. They have a 14 play, 3-minute and 44-second drive. Like with 5.5, like I understand he had no time. I understand it, but
Offensive line. Their offensive line.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can move the ball.
And Peter, remember, it was
That's it.
like a flashback of the Patriots against the Jets in
Broncos.
2010. The drive to nowhere. The drive to that Patriots are down 2 scores, and Josh McDaniels and Brady decided we're just going to go on an 8-minute drive that ended on 4th and short where we didn't get it. We got no points, down 2 scores. It's called a drive to nowhere. So it was very eerily similar. That's for sure. So, hey, I'm just glad the Patriots weren't on that end of doing that. And Vrabel was he playing at the time? Not for us. I think he got traded to Kansas City. But either way, maybe he was like, I'm not going for that. But Harbaugh, it was like that you don't dink and dunk when you're down 2 scores, less than 6 minutes left. And Ron, you might remember there was a point where I'm like, if they don't get it, the game's over. If the Chargers did not, I'm like, they need 2 scores.
Yep.
They and it wasn't gonna and they were in that position, yet the Chargers were substituting, dinking and dunking. I'm like, wow, they're really feeding into us. So that was terrific.
Yep, the 2 times they subbed out cost them 40 seconds.
No, that's
so the
good point.
Yep.
Good point.
Yep.
And
good point.
and they highlighted our guys. Like Milton Williams wasn't on the field. Our guys looked gassed and everything. It just didn't make any sense. So there's stats come out, right? People analyzed all 22 and everything. I'm really curious what our blitz percentage was this game because it felt like every single play there was a secondary blitz.
Second half, it was
second half.
Yeah,
lots of blitz.
Well, you know what happened, Matt? At some point, our defense figured out we can cover them one-on-one.
Yep. Pressure.
Davis can erase Allen, even though he had that one bad pass interference. But Marcus Jones is fine on McConkey. Gonzalez erased Johnson, and Davis took care of Allen besides that one. And eventually they realized we just need to be on man and just blitz them. That's it.
Yeah. It worked.
Pete said, I'm showing this video to my kids to show them not to drink. Yeah.
I mean, do you guys realize a playoff game, a team scored 3 points?
3 points.
3.
I feel guilty being on the Patriots defense.
The offense gave them the 3 points.
It's true. And so had a goose egg.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's
3 points, 207 yards. And you know what? A lot of those yards were like Gerard Mayo yards, right? At the end of the game.
It was Abear running.
Yeah.
I think Herbert went to the fourth quarter.
He probably had.
Yep.
I'm curious.
He had
curious
57.
what Abear had for running.
He had 57. So
57.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Herbert went into the fourth quarter. He was like halfway through the fourth quarter. He had 90 yards passing, right? And he finished with 159. But was it a meaningful 159? No.
Super low.
That is low in today's NFL.
Super low.
Damn. Hey,
because does Jake feel like he's threw for 270?
I can't believe making 270.
270.
It did not feel like that.
Not at all. Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah. The Chargers were for 1 for 10 on third down. I mean, lots of kudos to the defense here. 17 first downs kind of sucks, but a lot of those were junked towards the end. 3.5 yards per play. Kudos to the defense. Herbert had a net of 120 passing yards. When you take away the sack yardage, he had a net of 120. Yeah. Our defense, I mean, what a great game, guys, right? Like,
Dave, trust me.
You can't mistake that.
They weren't getting there with the front 4 in the first half.
Nope.
They were. That's why I was so salty, and that's why I feel bad looking back. But the second half was a different story.
Pete, that's true.
And they realized we can blitz. Our corners got this, and it was a different game, completely different game.
Yep.
We only allowed 3 points in our last playoff win. What a great playoff win! I got to watch a playoff win with my boy, my son. Right? Yeah. He was born in 2017. He was, a baby for the Super Bowl win. His sister was born in 2019. She was, he was only 2, but he's been locked into this Patriots team. All he does, he wakes up in the morning, he gets his breakfast, and he watches Patriots highlights from years ago.
That's all my boy got to see.
And my boy got to see a Patriot playoff win. He was locked in. He had his root beer. He had his popcorn.
Little pupper in him.
He's got a little pupper in him.
Watch out. And Matt, I managed to not get arrested at the power ring. I feel like everyone got a kick out of me.
It was good.
Yes.
He was quite entertaining. He was entertaining.
That's because we were winning.
Not overboard. Yes. Right. Correct. A loss probably would have been an arrest.
You take that back.
So a loss, arrest, a win, entertaining.
So I'm so the stunts were insane. You're right, David. A lot of stunts.
Yeah.
Again, this is like our second string defensive coordinator, and this guy's come in and he's done a good
True.
job. He's done a
True.
very good job. And, I'm curious, David. You're a Washington fan, right? So, at what point, David, did you look at this game and say, it's over, the Patriots won? As a Patriots fan, it's hard for me to think that game's over, right? But compared to the other games, I feel like, is there any point where if you guys took off your Patriots glasses, like, is there a point in this game before the time running out, before the downs and the fumble, where you were like, the Patriots probably win this?
I didn't think it was over until that big Milton Williams sack on 4th.
So at the very end,
it's just such an easy answer. It's such an easy, because obviously it was over at that point. But I don't know. I'm like still. I'm just so jaded because there's been as much as Boston has had. There's still been a lot of heartbreak. How the F did we lose that? So like I'm just like that until it's basically impossible on paper. I am like,
I know
nervous
that,
for
but
the
I asked you, wait, so timeout. So Pete and David nailed
Okay.
it, right? Those stunts in the second half,
I was just
David
gonna say
O-line
that.
trouble.
Right.
Yeah, but Dad, I didn't
Wow.
ask you, are your Boston? I was like, if you were a neutral fan, remove the team names. I honestly think, like, looking back in hindsight, once we scored that Hunter Henry touchdown, I think there was like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They had to score 2
It felt
touchdowns.
really good.
Their offense has done nothing all game, right? I was like, in reality, the game was probably over. I bet you a lot of people turned off their TV at that point.
Well, I did celebrate the hardest after the Hunter Henry touchdown.
He did.
Because even though it wasn't nail in the coffin, I was really confident we got this game.
Yeah.
I did.
Steve didn't think it was
throw
over
my
until the
biggest
bartender
nugget.
shut him
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yep. I texted a friend at the 6-3 halftime, late third quarter. Touchdown wins the game.
Yeah.
Touchdown wins the game. We scored a touchdown, it's over. He's like, whoa, that's a little too soon for the
You
game to
nailed
be
it.
over.
You were right.
I thought touchdown ends this game, and we got the touchdown.
That was a good
So it was over. It was over.
So David, as a neutral fan, was probably watching this. Like this, their quarterback can't do anything. Like they're screwed. One thing I'm shocked we didn't go for 2 on that touchdown, because then it would have. Were you very confused by that?
I lost my mind.
We did talk about that.
I lost my mind at that. Like,
it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
The game's almost
Why
over.
didn't we go for 2?
They have to have 2 scores. Why are we not going for 2 there? I lost my mind.
There was no reason not to.
That was the last point I was angry at the game.
I think
when we didn't go for 2 there. It was
the coaching staff may have missed out on that one. I don't know if they brain fart,
that wasn't
whatever. But it doesn't make sense to be up when you're up 15 or 16 when you could be up 17. Doesn't make sense because 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
you know that if the Chargers for some reason got a late touchdown and kicked an onside kick and got the ball back,
we'd be lighting.
They win the game with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Where with you go for 2, it's a tie game. So I don't
miss the 2. It has no ramifications.
Yeah.
If you miss the 2-point conversion, because there's not enough time left in the game, it has no ramifications whatsoever.
I think they missed.
Very weird.
Missed it.
Hopefully, they catch on to it and they don't make that mistake again.
Absolutely.
Listen, if my dad and Ron could be in the state they're in a bar doing the math and making the right decision, then Vrabel, sober on the sidelines, should have made the right decision there. You go for 2.
That was not great.
I wish I could have seen you guys doing the math, like in your head, like what?
Oh yeah, it was there. It was like,
listen, middle of the third quarter, that's a different story.
Dude.
Only enough time for 2 possessions? No, that's not. I don't even know what the hell happened. That was a brain fart by Vrabel there. Learn from me. Don't make that mistake.
Unless someone tells me something otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it wasn't a brain fart.
It didn't make any sense. The math isn't math.
No, it really doesn't.
I'm glad you brought it up, Matt.
15,
That's true.
15, 16, 17s are a huge difference.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, before the Hunter Henry touchdown, the Bruins had scored more points. You are totally right. And listen, it does suck that we missed the Hooper touchdown, right? That was an overthrow.
Oh, that was brutal, May.
That was tough.
But like, kudos to Josh McDaniels. I think Josh. I know you talked about the shotgun stuff, but he schemed a lot of very open passes. This Chargers team, I think, did a good job shutting Diggs down. But again, I think Diggs is
they
a perfect
did.
Non-factor. You really was.
McDaniel's good second half. I wasn't impressed with the first half. Some of the calls, some of the runs, like the Chargers knew what we were doing. I feel like the first half. Second half, I think we beat them. We beat them in the second half. Which was smart.
I'm not crazy about McDaniel's second half either. I
No,
hated
first
his
half.
first half. Hated his first half, and I'm not crazy about his second half. I thought it was
Yeah,
better.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about it.
It was
My
improved.
dad's always never given Josh McDaniels
We
some
know.
love. Yeah.
I
Chargers
thought
should
the
have kicked a
second
field
half
goal.
was much improved. Much improved.
Much improved, I feel, is strong.
Which was enough to win the game.
Matt, what do you think?
No, I love Josh. I've loved a lot of what Josh McDaniels has done all year.
Me too.
No, you haven't. You haven't given him any credit whatsoever.
But
Josh
first
McDaniels.
half the second half.
Josh McDaniels is sneakily probably the best thing to happen to the Patriots because Drake May will have his coordinator for the next 10 years. No one will ever hire Josh McDaniels as a head coach again. And Drake May has the guy. This is awesome. Efton Chisholm sucks at quarterback. That did suck. Pete, I was like, are you kidding me?
Pete's wrong on that. Actually, Efton Chisholm was about to get crushed the second he got the ball. He had to throw that. Otherwise, it was like a 15-yard sack. Chisholm did what he could there. If you watch the play again, he didn't have time to calculate where May was and throw the ball. He did a great job of getting rid of that. That was actually on somebody on the offensive line. I've been able to see the replay because I was in a bar. I can't rewind, all that good stuff. But Chisholm was fine on that. If he had time and threw that ball, then I would say different.
Listen, I think Uncle Rico Pete makes that throw. Pete comes around and he just stiff arms the guy and just slings it, just like a little sidearm.
I think Pete makes that play.
Pete makes that throw every day.
When your name is Efton, you're gonna be way better.
I know current day Pete. He does not make that play. Zero shot.
No, I'm gonna say he makes that play.
Pete would be on the ground crying about his hip and back. He does not make that play.
No, Pete makes that shot. Throw. Pete's clutch, whether you like to admit it or not.
He made that throw on the about to get hit. He's not a quarterback. He was dropping backwards, fading away, throwing it. No, Pete, you're wrong on that. Look at the play again.
And if you guys know the history, Mike Vrabel is not a fan of trick plays.
No, he looked pissed.
He's not a fan of trick plays. Yeah. So for them to be able to even attempt a trick play, it's like
I didn't know he's not a fan
of the game.
So Pete sneezes and hurts himself. That's all right.
Pretty much.
Himself.
Yeah,
Pete,
exactly.
Pete, I had more faith in you that you got to come in and claim that you would make that throw. So one thing I'll say about Vrabel, that's shocking that he's not a fan of trick plays because one of the biggest parts of his career is trick plays. He's
against Belichick. Was a trick play.
Yes.
No. What I mean, he's 15 receiving touchdowns on 15 receptions in trick plays.
That's a good point.
Absolutely. But he's not. He is not. If you listen, he's not.
Yeah. You know who also had a sneaky good game? Jake Westover. How many big blocks?
One catch. Ron will tell you.
One catch.
That one catch.
Let me set the stage. Let me set the stage right now. We're watching the game. Obviously, we're drinking a few beers. The throw goes to Westover. This guy here goes, I haven't seen him make a catch all season long.
And the announcers are like,
that's his first catch of the season.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm held together by screws and bolts.
There you go.
It was only like a 5-yard catch, but it was a pretty important.
It was a first down.
Key first down.
Yeah. But
key first down. Yep.
But I mean, I know you guys.
This guy on top of it.
So I'm watching on the big screen and got the 77-inch. If you watch a lot of those Stevenson runs where he actually got good yards, Westover was hitting that hole first and he was taking a guy out. You got to if you watch back the game, Dad, look at Westover. He had a lot of key blocks. So
that's good to know. You know who will point that out? Greg Bedard. Because I was on board with Greg to this point. I was like, he's not a good fullback. I haven't seen any replays where he makes a key block to spring someone. But Matt, I think you're right. If he had some this game, I know Greg. I've worked for him. I wrote articles for him. He will point it out. He'd be like, I have to give Greg Westover my flowers. Greg, he's super salty. Greg Bedard, he's tough to work for.
Yeah, he's a salty guy.
It's hard to make him happy, but when he sees something good, he will say, I have to give out flowers.
All right.
So we'll see
if he does. 11:55. I got to work, right? tomorrow.
Yes,
Last thing,
we gotta go.
real quick. Who do you
Yeah.
want to play next week, Dad? Do you have your pick right now off the top of your head? You need a second. You want me to go?
It would be the Steelers. The only concern I have is Aaron Rodgers, like, for one game plays like old Aaron Rodgers. That's my only concern. If I know we're getting 2026 Aaron Rodgers, I want the Steelers all day. But if he can pull one of his, whatever, 2019 Aaron Rodgers out of his butt, that's the only thing that gives me pause. So I'm going with the Steelers.
All right, Drawn.
I gotta go Steelers. Their defense can make plays. There's no doubt about it. They can make plays. They can make game-changing plays. But that Texans defense is more. They can make more plays. They can disrupt. They can stop. Like that Texans defense scares me more than the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
Both offenses don't scare me at all.
Yeah.
Both offenses don't scare me at all.
May will have to be regular season May to beat the Texans because and their cornerbacks are good too. So like not only are Campbell and Moses going to be under the gun trying to protect him, they have corners that can cover. So the Texans offense struggles, like especially on the road. It's going to be in Foxborough, cold again. They're a dome team. I do like all those dynamics, but if we get regular season Drake May, give me Houston, because I don't think their quarterback. Oh my God, who's their quarterback? Stroud. I don't think this is capable of having a Aaron Rodgers game.
Right.
Like he makes a good point.
Game. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers is not a good playoff quarterback.
It's true. He's a choker.
That is a fact.
Yep.
He's 42 years old. He's 42 years old, won Super Bowl, and he was one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game physically and talent wise. And Pete,
who do you want to see?
Yeah,
who do you want to see?
You.
Oh fudge! This is a tough one, right?
Break the tie.
I'm going with the Texans. I want to see the Texans. Give me the Texans.
Houston.
All right. Who said Houston?
No, my dad didn't even pick anything. This is the problem.
I said Pittsburgh. Yeah.
He
said the only thing that gives me pause if old regular season Aaron Rodgers comes out.
Yeah, but you talked all about Pittsburgh.
All right.
Yeah, because he's playing both sides, so he always comes out on top. That's what my dad does. This is why, he couldn't he's like, oh, so listen, I think the biggest point
he did pull something in there.
I cover my
I'm not sure how that works, but I thought you went initially with Pittsburgh and then you switched to Houston.
Yeah.
Am I not right?
That's what he does.
That's
what he does.
So, and you go with who?
I want the Texans. Give me the Texans.
Okay.
I think you have Stroud.
So you're Texans or Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh. I want to see Pittsburgh.
All right, it's 2 Pittsburgh, 1 Texans. All right.
Again,
all right.
Dome team. Look what happened to this offense. This Chargers offense. Who has
a
better offense?
I said that too.
Who has a better offense, the Chargers or the Texans?
And you know what, Matt, is a great point. That last game that counted, Texans versus San Diego at Houston, 2 of the Texans' touchdowns were deep passes at the beginning of the game.
Correct.
They did nothing after
Nothing
after that. So that's a good point. So if you're prepared for them at the beginning, they could be in for the cold in a long game. So I don't know, Matt. I think you might have talked me out of it. I'm going to Texans.
Oh, we're going 2 Texans.
Stroud,
one Steelers.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Stroud is 0 for 2 on the road in the playoffs. Against Kansas City, he lost. Against the Ravens, they lost like 34-10. Again, a dome team. I think this Chargers team has one of the best talented, wide receivers. I don't know about this Houston team. We'll see. I'm excited. We have one more week of football to talk about.
Nico Collins.
Here's the thing: you got Nico Collins, and is Gonzalez going to be available?
That's a good point.
Because if Gonzalez is available and Nico Collins is playing, we can match that up.
This is almost a perfect night if Gonzalez isn't injured.
We'll have to see about that. That's a big question mark.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like they have Nico Collins, but who else, right? You could name 3 wide receivers who
Higgins,
are
the rookies,
good.
Noel are okay.
They have
Yeah,
Dalton Schultz.
rookies.
They get some good tight ends.
Yeah.
They get a couple good tight ends. They can run the ball.
They
a
get a
little bit.
decent rookie running back.
Not a great offense,
Yeah.
but they have a spectacular defense.
I think they'll struggle against us in the cold. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate your time. It's good to be back. It's good to have something to cheer
It's
for.
good to be back.
I
Good to
hope
be back.
everybody
Nice
to
sleeps
see you
well and
guys.
has what a great start to our Monday, right? It's not,
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Love you,
Countdown.
son. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Go Patriots.
Love you guys.
We're back.
Love you too, Dad.